Welcome to the 8 tips on how to write a better review. I just spent the last hour reading different reviews and I didn't think they were any good. They were useless. I wouldn't visit a business by reading those reviews. So what I'd like to do is give you 8 tips on exactly how to write a good review to make it useful. So keep watching. Tip number 1. Don't base a review on just one experience. Any business can have an off day. Give them a chance. Make sure that your review represents a typical experience that that business is going to give you. So what I'd like you to do is give it a couple of chances and then write a review that's thorough and to the point. Tip number 2. Don't write a bad review until at least you give the company a chance to honestly resolve the problem. That way, when people go to that company, they know they can get good service even though something went wrong. Tip number 3. Try to base your review on the overall experience. If you're buying something online, from the time that you get online, how easy it is to find a product, how it was priced, and how useful it was. That will help the next person trying to do the same thing. Tip number 4. Be honest in your review, but also be fair. You know, if you had a good experience, then describe it. Don't overdo it. Try to get exactly to the point. And if it was bad, explain exactly why it was bad and what did they do to try to resolve it, or if nothing. Let us know. Tip number 5. Be descriptive in your review. Instead of using words like good and delicious and perfect, try describing your experience as professional and unprofessional, friendly or rude, or quality or cheap. Let us know exactly what you're thinking. Tip number 6, talk about the experience. Now, if you're reviewing a restaurant, you know, it's good to talk about the service, but talk about also what you ordered. And was the food hot? And was it crisp? And was it delicious? And was it presented well? Talk about that. Because if you don't mention anything about the meal and you just talk about what great service you had, it's not going to help the person reading. And it's all about the other person. Tip number 7, use common words. When you're writing a review, you want to make sure you're targeting a 5th grader in vocabulary. Because if you're being obscure, nobody's going to know what you're saying anyway. And people won't know what you're talking about and they'll just move on to the next review. Tip number 8, be concise and to the point. You know, it's great to read a good review, but when people ramble on and on, you know, they're probably going to skip it. So what you want to do is talk about what you liked or disliked, put some detail in it, and make it enjoyable, but don't make it too long. If you'd like to find all 8 tips in one place, all you have to do is go to microshare.com/blog, and you can read all 8 tips in one place. I hope you enjoyed it. There's more where that came from. I look forward to talking to you in the future. Take care.